Everybody, it's Brandy back again, and I have a new camera if you have not noticed. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get bigger and better things going on for myself, so yeah, I hope this is a lot better. I see a difference. I can see myself now. Before I actually had to go behind the camera. Now I can see myself, and it's amazing, and I'm very excited for this. So today I have another wig review for you guys, and this is going to be on the FridayNightHair.com. This is going to be the GLS01. This is in the color 1B. This is like a braided type of unit. So this is the little insert that you get. It's going to tell you the style of the unit you got and the color that you got. Mission statement, everything's going to be inside of here. Also the contact information, the email and phone number for customer service. And then on the back, you know, you have the same thing. These wigs are made out of 100% high heat resistant synthetic hair. Yeah, I know I'm still with that. Inside you also get included these like 4 pieces of like the tape for the front of your head. Alright, so this is what it looks like out of the pack. It's just inside of this little net. I'm gonna take all of that out. So it's like braided in the front and then it's like out in the back. It's kind of how like the micros were done. So you can see like the braids here and then it goes down to here. So the construction of the cap. The combs are on like the sides on this one. Like, it's like here. I mean the regular combs, I like the fact that they're like the ones with a little bit longer fingers, so they're really gonna stay in your head. FridayNightHair.com has some of the best lace that I've ever seen. So I'm going to put this on my hairline and I'm going to show you guys, and I think that having these combs so long like this is actually going to help that out very well for me to feel more secure with it staying there. Even though you have the glue, I mean sometimes the combs are like what you feel. Like sometimes if the combs are sitting right, y'all know it feels like it's going to fall off your head. We don't want none of that. In the back you have the elastic strap and a comb back here. Hold on, get it. And these elastic straps have this like the soft texture on the side where your head is, which really makes a difference. It got to the point where I had like marks back here because of the elastic straps from other wigs, but this one had a little bit softer of a material there, so it won't be as irritating. Because the back of my neck, I don't know about y'all, but when you wear wigs all the time, like eventually your head starts to get very irritated from the material. So I'm just gonna pop this on to see how it looks. So this is what the braid unit looks like. You can see my edge line from underneath the wig actually. And unfortunately, y'all probably won't have to see this wig behind my hairline again because I like how that looks with my hairline in the front. So I'm gonna take this off and just go ahead and cut the lace off. Okay, so I cut the lace off, backed up a little bit so you can really see what's going on. I'm actually gonna tighten up the elastic bands right here. I like the hair, I definitely do. I like that I'm definitely able to pull this up if I want to. What I like about this unit is a little bit different than the other one that I had, which is the GLS04, is that when I do this, the lace does not flip up, which for me is always a reason why I don't wear my hair up like that. But this I can. I'm really excited about that because I always want to do like, you know, type of a half up, half down type of look sometimes with this. So I'm very excited for that. Wearing it directly on my hairline might not be a thing just because this lace. I'm trying to remember if the other lace was this hard, but this one feels really hard to me. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if anybody else felt that way or anything, but it's really hard. I don't like the way it feels. You're so damn rude. Corrado. Even a grass back here. Sharp. Alright. So as far as the hairline goes, that thing, I'm sorry, I can't put it on my hairline. Y'all tripping. No, it's not happening. it just does not look like my natural hairline. Like, people that you know will know what your hairline look like. And I like to fool my friends. If you can fool your friends, then your wig looks amazing. That's what you're trying to do. I love how soft the hair is too. Like, it's really, woo, you know. It's really nice. Like, I really love how lightweight the hair is and how soft it is. It's not one of those type of synthetic hair that if it touches your skin and you can feel how hard it is. And if it is anything like the GLS54, the hair that's on there, it's gonna be this soft for a very long time. Like, that hair is still kicking. So this one, I'm actually really excited to wear this out and play around with this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and like kind of lay down my edges just a little bit more. Just now I went to the bathroom to go get my gel and my brush, and you can see how dark the hair is there. Hopefully this gel does a great job of camouflaging that, but because that's one thing that's making it not seem so natural. Great. I think the wearability for anybody who's not used to wearing wigs, this is going to be perfect for you. It's very lightweight. I am 5'2", and it goes down to kind of right by the boobage, and it's not heavy. I mean, you get that long look that you want without it being so extra. I think, I'm not sure about you, but it's been a while since I had braids in my hair or have to sit at somebody's house for 8+ hours to get my hair braided, twisted, or whatever. I don't have time for that. Sorry, it ain't enough hours in the day for me right now. I don't think it's really that deep. This is a wig that if you need to get up and go or whatever, this will be a good one for you. And I like the fact that they made it so lightweight, because y'all know if you get braids, sometimes it gets real heavy. So this one, you got that problem. The fact that it is heat resistant, you guys can go ahead and flat iron it if you wanted to, or curl it up a little bit different if you want to, but you definitely don't have to. I personally like the little beach wave look. Okay, so my camera cut off on me, the battery died. But while I was sitting around waiting for the battery to load and playing with my hair a little bit, I did notice that this hair will shed if you are manipulating it too much, and I was manipulating it too doggone much. I had some shedding here and there. Also, with the braids, make sure you are very careful, because for example, I have these acrylics that need to be redone. So you know, sometimes you get a little chip in your nail. Well, it's snagging on the braids. When it snags on the braids, this happens. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but a little bit of the hair comes out of the braids. I mean, it's not like a lot of hair, but if you keep snagging your hair, or you keep doing this up here, that will happen. So I recommend not really touching too much on the front. And here on this hairline, I'm gonna figure it out, because I really don't want to sit this on my hairline. Like, I feel like the lace is just too rough for me to do that with. Honestly, it's gonna hurt. I just don't really have the time for the pain. I think doing the gel on top of my edges and just doing that on top has really helped a lot. So we'll see how this works when it's hot outside. We'll see how comfortable I feel with it after the day has gone, and I will update you guys very quickly. Actually, I'm gonna do the update in this video, I guess. So yeah, I'm just gonna test it out, because I really don't want to say if I like it or hate it just yet. I think this one, because it's so good out the pack, you really don't know until you test it out. So I'm going to test it out, and I'm going to let you guys know. Okay, so I'm doing this a little bit differently. I'm actually going to test this wig out. Test this wig out on trip. So when I first did the wig, put it on, it looked like I could see the lace still, but now it looks fine. So we're gonna see how it holds up. And yeah, we're doing like a family type of road trip. This mom. Hi.
Me and all my fabulousness.
Don't give her too much, y'all, please. Okay, so I'm outside, and it gets a little like thick when you're out in the environment for a long time. The lace is fine, but I've noticed that on this side, it starts to like dig into my scalp, which is not okay. I'm gonna look at it and take it off to see if I cut it funny or whatever, but it like hurts. Then the braids too. My sister pointed out, they keep sticking up. So you can't just like position them any way that you want to just because they don't want to fall that way. That's another negative. And it's not like you could really part. I mean, you could tweeze out a parting space if you wanted to, but I wouldn't do that. Okay, so my final thoughts on the wig. I think all in all, it's a great wig. The pros of this is it's very lightweight. I didn't really have any problems with feeling like it was heavy at all that whole week, and I really only wore this hair. I did take it off and I didn't sleep in or anything. I like the fact that a lot of people who knew me didn't know this was a wig. They thought I actually had like micro something or plaits going on. So that was a good plus. You know, I like to make sure I fool people that I know. It's good that it's lightweight, but that also ends up being a con when it's really windy outside because it's so lightweight, the hair just kind of all in my face. That was kind of annoying, but it didn't happen as much. I mean, it wasn't that big a deal. So the reason I'm not wearing it up right now is because I wanted to show you guys underneath. So in the back of the wig, of course, it's being roped up against your neck, your back, or whatever. You have this type of matting thing that's going on. I'm not sure if you guys can see that matting, but that didn't happen in my first wig that I got from them. Like I told you, it feels the same, the hair. It's still soft, but this hair, when it's out in the elements, it gets really thick. I'm not gonna say wiggy feeling because it doesn't feel like it's like bad hair or anything, or you know, cheap type of quality hair. It doesn't feel that way at all. It just got a little bit thicker, I think, with a little bit of like the dirt or debris from the environment in the hair. I guess it feels a little bit thicker. It doesn't stink or anything. It still moves. That's definitely not a problem. Let me turn around and I'll show you guys the back so you can see that there's no real matting towards the back where people can see it. Another con that I had, and I talked about it briefly in one of the updates, was the lace on this side for some odd reason is like really rough, and it's like cutting into my head. And at first I'm thinking maybe it's just the way I cut the lace, and that's probably the reason why, but it's not cut funny or different than I normally do it. There's no like serrated edge right there. Like, it's good. So I have no idea if that's been an issue for people, because my last wig did not feel that way. I'm not sure if this unit is just different. I'm not sure. I think it starts to dig in my head because I talk with my expressions. Y'all know I make a lot of faces a lot, and I think maybe because I'm doing this or whatever a lot, that's what's making it dig into the side of my face, but I'm not sure. Hopefully I'll figure out a way to adjust this. If I do, I will let you guys know in the description box below. We'll have some combo in the comments. I'll let you guys know how I feel. Other than this, I don't really have any discomfort. The elastic straps are very comfortable, and I've tightened them and it feels fine. Like, I don't feel any pressure on the back of my head. I'm not itching the back of my head a lot. Like, I don't know about you guys, but some wigs, if the back of my wig feels a little funny, I'll itch, like be doing this all day. I remember saying something about tweezing. I wouldn't recommend the tweezing thing. You can, but you're gonna have to be very careful and very patient, because the hairs are in braids, which means if you take one loose and you pull too hard on a hair, you may unravel a braid, or you may scrunch it in a certain type of way and it might not come back into its original state. So if you're gonna do that, just be very patient, very careful. Another thing I talked about that was kind of is a con for me a little bit, like I notice it but I don't, is if I'm trying to move the hair in a certain way, like my mom and my sister called them little antennas. So it's like, it's funny now that I'm trying to do it, it's not doing it, but like the hairs will stick up in a certain way. Like, see, it's like it was something like that, where it was like kind of sticking like this off the side of my head. Yeah, that. So I would have little antennas, what they said, on my head. You can style this any way that you want to, but the braids are kind of positioned in a way where they won't go every which way. Like, remember, this is not plaits. Like, it's not to your head. You can't, they're not that flexible. So if you're trying to do them like towards the front, be mindful that they might stick up like this. If there's anything that I left out, please let me know in the comment section below, and I will make sure that I get back to you as fast as I possibly can. And yeah, thank you guys for watching my video.